Hey everyone, my name's Courtney and I'm here with Alana, and this is our presentation 8 for Engineering 305. So in this video we're going to be talking about business and demographics in JMP. First we're going to look at demographics. So the JMP data set we'll be using is working women, and we'll be using the matched pairs tool. This data contains the labor force participation rate of women in 19 cities in the United States in each of 2 years, 1968 and 1972. We're looking to see if there's an increase of women in the workforce over this period. So how is this related to demographics? Well, the definition of demographics is the study of a population based on factors such as age, race, and sex, among others. Governments and corporations and just other people can use these demographics to learn more about a population's characteristics. So because it is related to the study of a population, specifically women, and we are learning about their influence in the workforce, we can say that it's related to demographics. Now we're going to go over to JMP for our demonstration. So here we are in JMP. This is the data set. We have the 19 cities, and then we have the proportions or the percent per year in each of these cities. We're going to go to Analyze, Match Pairs. We're going to make the years be the Y, and the city, we're going to group it by city. So here's our graph. It's a little squished, so you can change the scaling of it a little bit, see it a little bit better. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to analyze the data. You can see the ratio, the percent for 1968 is 49%, and for 1972 is 52%. So you can see there's a definite growth. The mean difference is significant because it's less than 0.05. So you can look down through it more and just see how each city changed, whether it went up or down. When you're looking here, you can see St. Louis that it grew increased by 10%, but Pittsburgh went down by almost 15%. But overall, most of the cities did have an increase in women in the workforce. So hopefully you see how this tool can be useful in analyzing demographics. This is kind of a small data set and it's pretty specific, but you could expand it to do it for a lot of different things. Whatever you're trying to analyze, whether it's like the change in like the amount of like men and women in the workforce, you could look at like the overall picture of that. You could do it for different countries. There's just a lot of room to customize and make it the way you want it to be.
Looking at business, in JMP we're going to be looking at on-time arrivals data, and we're going to analyze it using distribution. So the main thing this data set is showing is the percentages of on-time arrivals for different airlines. And it's looking at the data from March, June, and August of 1999. And the main thing we're analyzing here is just seeing how much better they did in each of these months. And this is related to business because a business should want to know how good they're doing in specific months. And I'll explain a little bit more of that when we see the results in JMP. So moving over to JMP, this is the data set that we have. And these are the 10 different airlines that we're going to be looking at, and these are their percentages right here. So this is for March, June, and then August. So we want to go to Analyze and then click on Distribution. And we're going to put all three of the months inside of the Y. And click OK. I'm going to go to this red triangle and click Stack so we can see it a little bit better. So you can see the different means, the different averages for each of these right here. So the highest average is in the month of March, which is 77.68%. And the main thing that we want to see through this is how well the airlines are doing in each month. So a business would use this in order to see how to project how they'll do in later months, or even they could look at seasonality in it, how they're doing each March of each year. So they could go from 1999 to 2000 and so on and look at only specifically the month of March and see how their trend is using that. That's the main thing that we will be wanting to get for business and looking at our distributions of the percentage of on-time arrivals. Another thing you could do is focus on where the percentages are low and actually put more efforts into trying to fix this with your on-time arrivals. The major thing with this data set is you would need to have more information in determining why there are lower percentages in certain areas. So with the month of June, you could see that there's a lower percentage than the other two. And you could look into like whether it's the weather conditions that could be the problem or certain events that are going on. It just really depends on a lot of different factors, and those need to be considered as well in forecasting out more correct models. So thank you for watching another one of our videos.